Happy Passover, everybody. Our journey to freedom does not just end with the leaving of Egypt, which is something to say that freedom is not something that is a one-time thing, but something that we continue to strive for every day of our lives. In our story, after the Israelites left Egypt, we know that first they wandered and came to the Red Sea. And after there was the challenge at the Red Sea of Pharaoh's armies. And then once they left and made it through the Red Sea, they had to wander in the desert for 40 years. They weren't taken the direct route to Mount Sinai to receive the Torah, but instead God, through Moses, took them a roundabout way, because the saying is that you can take the Israelites out of slavery, but you can't take slavery out of the Israelites, meaning that each one of us is constantly growing in an inner way to become more free, as well as the ways that we work in the wider world to try to create more freedom. So this period of time that we are in right now, this first week of Passover, going all the way to the holiday of Shavuot on June 4th, 5th, 6th, is called the period of the Omer. And every day we count one of the days all the way up to 49 until the holiday of Shavuot and the Revelation. And the idea of this counting, this progress, is to replicate this journey in the desert of the Israelites, this journey that was getting them ready to be able to perceive a greater and deeper reality that they could be a part of. So our practice of that is that besides doing the counting each day, each week is also a different quality in creation that we want to focus on. This week being loving kindness, the next week being discernment and setting boundaries and power, the next week being compassion, as we work towards not only seeing these qualities and cultivating these qualities in ourselves, but in our wider world. The journey that we also take is not just as human beings, but as communities. As a community, a Temple Bethel of South Orange County, we are growing as a synagogue, and we are in our own journey with our own joys and our own hardships. And how we navigate that journey with these qualities of kindness and discernment and compassion is really critical towards who we are going to become. I hope that you will be able to join us for our 2022 Rabbi Alan Krauss Scholar in Residence, Rabbi Sid Schwartz. Rabbi Schwartz has been involved in synagogue transformation, studying the qualities of what makes a vibrant, engaged Jewish sacred community. He's been studying this for over 30 years, written a couple books about it, and he'll have the opportunity to share with us some of his visions of what's possible for us as a synagogue. So on Friday night, we'll have our Soul Spark Shabbat service at 7, and then following that about 8 or 8:15 tomorrow night will be Rabbi Schwartz speaking about reimagining the American synagogue. The next morning, Saturday morning, he will be leading a program called Prayer Out of the Box. You know, even if we don't consider ourselves religious in any way as Jews, we can't get away from the fact that prayer is one of the main ways that we come together in community. So how can that experience be something that we can connect to, that we can relate to, that's not distancing? And that's really the opportunity for Saturday morning, is to have a new vision of what prayer can look like and mean for us. So we hope that you will be able to join us on this journey of growing as individuals and as community. We also, tomorrow, Friday morning, will commemorate the 7th day of Pesach, the parting of the Red Sea, with a morning service at 9:30 a.m. And I wish you all a Chag Sameach.